Assalamu alaikum. My name is Momin Malik and I've done my bar at law from Lincoln's Inn, and I've been practicing here at the High Court since 2010. My body of work has predominantly been criminal law, and since 2010 the general paradigm was that young lawyers who'd done degrees abroad and who'd come to Pakistan would usually take up civil or corporate. However, I chose to take criminal law as my area of practice. Within a few years of pupillage with various successful chambers, I began my own practice in criminal law and subsequently started doing NAB, FIA and other criminal ATA cases. ATA is anti-terrorism, murder cases and a wide variety of other criminal matters. Now 10 years of practice, I represented various clients at the Sessions Court, at the High Court, and now hopefully at the Supreme Court soon. I believe that criminal practice in Pakistan is, like any other legal jurisdiction, is a complex filigree of laws which are difficult to understand. But like I said, it's the same for any other legal system. The problem which really exacerbates is that generally younger students or litigants who step into this profession find it very difficult to navigate across and find how to go about certain basic things. I believe that one of the most rudimentary aspects of any criminal justice system is how to register crime. More often than not, we are familiar with the term FIR, which stands for First Information Report. As basic as this term is and as rampantly as we hear it, registering an FIR is not all that easy. So it's not just about calling on 15 and the process is automated and everything starts falling in place. Once you report your crime, you obviously either go to your local police station or make a telephonic complaint on your 15 number. Subsequently, like I said, the system is not automated. You start off with either going to the police station, pursuing your case. Ever since 2016, the law as it stands on reporting crime and FIR is the full bench decision of the Supreme Court in the Yunus case, where the Supreme Court has said that it is mandatory for citizens to approach the district complaint officer. The district complaint officer is usually the rank of a superintendent of police, and sometimes these powers are delegated to deputy superintendents of police, so SPs or DSPs. So you file an application requesting the registration of a case with your narrative of events to the superintendent of police, who's the district complaint officer. Ideally, the superintendent of police would register your case, but if he doesn't, you subsequently can move an application under section 22A, 22B of the Code of Criminal Procedure to the Sessions Court. And at the Sessions Court, you have to move the application before the Justice of Peace. The Justice of Peace is a term, again, which has been introduced through case law and through statutory legal amendments. You essentially file a petition before the additional sessions judge. Once you move an application before the additional sessions judge will peruse through your application and call for comments from the district complaint officer, who's the superintendent of police. In some instances, the Justice of Peace is also empowered, the additional session judge is also empowered to proceed directly without calling for comments. But in most scenarios, the additional sessions judge would procure comments from the superintendent of police vis-a-vis your complaint. If the police gives favorable comments, the additional sessions judge will pass an order to the effect of registering a case. Sometimes the orders are ambiguous And the ambiguity usually is that they're going both ways. So they are for the accused and for the complainant at the same time. For ambiguous orders, even otherwise, if you're aggrieved by the order, or if, for instance, the order has not been passed as you desired, or you are an accused in a criminal case and the order is passed against you, you can assail or challenge this order before the High Court. And when you approach the High Court, you are invoking the constitutional jurisdiction of the High Court by filing a writ petition under Article 199 of the Constitution of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. At the High Court, the judge would again requisition comments from the concerned police station and police, and also try and resolve your controversy. This controversy is now legal because you've sought the extraordinary constitutional jurisdiction of the court. So once you approach the High Court through a writ petition by seeking the extraordinary constitutional jurisdiction of the High Court under Article 199 of the Constitution of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, the High Court judge, after preliminary hearing, issues notices to the concerned district police officer, the concerned police station, and requisitions for comments on the subject. If comments come and they are favorable, usually the High Court orders registration of a criminal case, or if the High Court subsequently directs a senior police officer to look at the merits of the case, it would do so, and you could always request a more senior police officer like the Capital City Police Officer, the CCPO, to examine the merits of the case and proceed as per law. In all eventualities at the High Court, if you secure an order, your case is usually registered. If your case is not registered within the desired time, you can always file contempt proceedings before the High Court against the police officers who have refused to register your criminal case. If you lose at the High Court, you don't get favorable orders from the High Court, you can file an intra-court appeal, usually before 2 judges within 20 days of the last High Court order. Still, if you are unlucky with your case application and no case is registered, you may approach the Supreme Court and appeal within 60 days. Now, this is essentially a brief synopsis of how do you register criminal cases and the powers that the Sessions Court has, the High Court and the Supreme Court have vis-a-vis registration of criminal cases. Access to justice is the foundation of rule of law, and as crime is so rampant in our society, and access to justice is greatly hindered, not just because of economic resources, but also because sheer naivety prevails on how to register crime. And we feel that our legal system should be automated, and it isn't. The distress that citizens face and the increased criminality subsequently, where individuals feel that taking matters into their own hand is perhaps the best recourse, is perhaps the very reason why the social fabric of the society is ruined. So I felt that this talk today would give viewers a good synopsis and a thorough synopsis on how to register crime. And at the end, I'd like to thank Talks for providing this platform where practitioners who've achieved excellence in their respective fields are able to come and share from their body of work a practitioner's insight into how to go about things. This is perhaps one of its own kind and amazing in every which way.